Okay, so the first card is declutter and organization. So you need to get yourself in order and you need to get yourself organized. You might be feeling a bit unsupported and isolated at the moment, but this is only a temporary energy. And, you need to have some self-belief and self-confidence. Being alone is not a bad thing. It gets you puts things into perspective. So don't feel as though you're being unsupported. You have all the tools you need to be able to sort a situation out. So if you have some self-confidence, you'll find that you do have those tools within you to deal with any circumstance. So in the past, you needed to ask people some help and advice, and you needed to defend yourself in some kind of circumstance. So you might have been facing some kind of problems where you needed some help and advice, and you needed to defend yourself. So going into the future, a need for strategic planning and some sound financial advice. So you need to watch your finances. So there's a whole, these two cards are talking about sorting yourself out, getting yourself organized, making a plan, being very, very logical about what you're doing. And then you need to explore and consider all possible options in any kind of circumstance that you're facing. If you're facing some kind of problem, look at all the options available for you before you start making any big decisions. So get yourself organized, get yourself in order, and stop feeling as though you're alone. Because if you get yourself organized, you don't have any time to sit over there and feel alone and unsupported. You find that those answers come by making a plan, getting yourself in order. So I'm going to use those are the energies for those 2 weeks. So I'm going to use the Bright Idea deck, and I put this in the description box. And I put in links to Amazon so you can buy the deck. It is a bit of a rare deck, but a very lovely deck, and I do enjoy using it. So let's see. You've got the contemplation card. So you have been spending a lot of time by yourself, maybe doing a lot of research, but spending a lot of time alone. You've been doing a lot of internet communication over here. You've got the stars in the background over here, and doing a lot of research. So you could also have been doing some studying. So this is where you've been spending a lot of time with information. So getting information or giving information out or communicating with a lot of people. But you yourself are sitting by yourself. So it's not in a group of people that you're doing all of this. You're really doing it by yourself, spending a lot of time by yourself. And it's the Four of Swords. So you are finding information to be able to sort out the problems that you have encountered in the past. So if you had a problem with communication, you are learning or you're getting to do a lot of research to deal with those problems that you had communicating with others. Or if anybody has been giving you problems, you are getting that information now and learning on how to use that information in order to sort your problems out. So you're dealing with a lot of information. Or on the other hand, you could be studying and getting that information so that you can employ it. New information coming in so that you can employ it in your job that you're doing at the moment. So you've got controlling and direction. So you're trying to find your leadership skills over here. You are in a kind of you are trying to take control of that situation so you can overcome any kind of problems you have with people that you're dealing with. So whatever information is coming into your hand will help you sort out problems and be able to conquer problems that you're having with people around you. So there are a lot of people around you that are giving you a lot of pressure and maybe causing a lot of problems for you. But you're going to come out a clear winner. So don't worry about all this, these people creating oppositions and difficulties for you, because you have that information, that important thing in your hand, and it will make you, turn you into a clear victor. And it is a time to take action. You've got this Three of Rods over here. So this is a project where you're working with people. So, collaborating with a lot of people. So you might be heading a project at the moment. It looks like there's, the distinct number of 3 is coming out of here. You've got 3 people within this particular deck, 3 people giving you grief over here. And with the 3 of action is the 3 of rods dealing with 3, it's a number that's dealing with 3 rods, really. So, there could be 3 people in your vicinity that are, or around you, that are causing you a bit of grief and creating oppositions. Maybe whatever you say to them, they're not listening, and they have something that, they're trying to oppose whatever you're saying, these 3 people. But you are going to come out a clear victor. And you can see the sun as well shining behind this man. You made your decision. Once you make your decision, you will be able to sort out any kind of problems that you have dealing with these people. So, and you will win that situation. Now, you have been working in a team, and you've been working pretty well with each other for the past year. It seems like it's a very well-oiled machine. You'll get the job done, and you'll work pretty well with each other as well. And whatever you're doing, you've got the aptitude card over here, you're pretty good at it. You have an aptitude for it. People enjoy what you're doing, and they think that you're pretty good at it. So, and it's almost like you're making music. So it's almost a talent, a God-given talent. And you're enjoying it. You really are enjoying it. On your mind, you're having some financial problems. You have had financial loss in the past. Maybe you went through some kind of crisis in your life, and it's still causing you a lot of grief, and you're quite depressed about it. It caused some kind of financial loss. There's been somebody there that has given you some kind of assistance and advice and telling you how to deal with the circumstance. And you really have needed to think yourself way out of the situation rather than focusing on whatever's gone wrong. So you need to get out of that mindset. This is just on your mind, and it is a mindset of lack. And you need to bring yourself out of that, pull yourself out of that mindset of lack. Now, you're dealing with a circumstance of confrontation. So there's somebody that you are having problems with. And, you can almost see that with this card over here, with the controlling direction card. You see all these people causing problems, but there's one person making full body contact over here. So you might have had a problem with somebody that, it could have ended up that you ended up fighting with this person, physically. In your work situation, they needed to call in a mediator. So some big issue has happened over here, and you've had some kind of run-in with somebody, and maybe a mediator needed to be called in. It was a crisis situation, and there was a confrontation. So going around you, going into the future, what's going on around you, you are in the limelight. Maybe people are not happy with what you've got to say, because although this person is carrying this really big flame over here, you can see somebody else is walking away, and they're walking away out of jealousy, really, telling their back to whatever you've got to say. So maybe the people that are opposing your ideas are not opposing it because it's a bad idea, but rather because they're jealous that you came up with such a good idea, or you're doing something that's so good that people are, envious of you. So there's a lot of envy, jealousy going on, and then they don't want to see you succeed because they know whatever you're doing and whatever you're saying is much better than what they've got to say. So you're dealing with that kind of circumstance where people are not really that supportive of you, but not because it's a bad idea or not because of what you're doing is bad, but it's more based on envy and jealousy. So just be aware of that. And maybe this is the reason why they're confronting you and giving you a lot of problems. Now they see you as somebody who is this is how people see you, as somebody who knows a lot. You're dealing with a lot of information, that you spend a lot of time doing a lot of hard work. And maybe this is what they are jealous of, that they can't do or work to that kind of capacity, that you're able to handle lots of information, that you're able to do the work very, very well, that you spend a lot of time and you're very focused on your work and you don't let anything distract you. And maybe this is the reason why they're jealous or envious, and maybe this is the reason why they're causing all this grief, because maybe they can't do it. And, you are a very focused person. You know exactly what you want, and you go for it. And you are, willing to spend late nights doing the work, the research, working that overtime that you need to do to get the job done. So the job never ends when it's supposed to end. You take it to the next level, and that's how people see you around, see you. Now, what you want is, you've got the guidance card of the Hierophant over here. So the Hierophant is usually dealing with alternative ways of looking at a circumstance. So this person's going to the top of the mountain, he's climbing the stairs, but there's also the cable car that can take him up to the stairs. So you want to bring your information out to the world by an alternative means, and you're hoping that that works. So you're looking at something different. Maybe it's a new way of doing things, a new way of presenting something. And, maybe that's why it's got so much of opposition, because people don't have faith in the new. So, and this is also getting expertise or guidance from people, other experts. So you want to collaborate with other experts or other people that know that particular field, but also whatever you want to present to the world is going to be an alternative route, an alternative way of doing things. And you're hoping that that goes down well. So going into the future, you've got the comfort card, passion card, and being overwhelmed. So the comfort card is talking about taking a short break, taking a bit of a rest, maybe getting back to your spirituality, grounding yourself. But also, you need to get that little bit of a break. this is a very temporary bed in the trees over here. Maybe you do need to take a little bit of a holiday where you get back to nature and find yourself again, and you do need to take a complete rest because you've been working too hard. Now you've got the passion card following it, and you've got a very, very difficult choice to make over here. Something that is based on communication. There's a communication coming in over here, but a decision that needs to be made, and you need to follow your passion for this particular decision. With the Two of Swords, it's following your logic, but with the Lover's card, it's following what you're passionate about, what you're good at, and both the choices both seem very similar, but you need to go with what you love doing, and so that's how you make that decision. So you're coming up to an important decision over here, and this is the end of you feeling overwhelmed. So if you make that decision, it's going to take you out of that feeling of feeling overwhelmed or feeling like you can't handle the situation. So whatever decision, it's an important decision to end the cycle of overwork, being overwhelmed, being emotionally drained. It's going to end that cycle. This is the 10 of Cups over here. So the end of that old feeling of being overwhelmed, of confusion. So whatever this decision is, it's going to be able to reverse that situation. So an important decision. So make sure you're making that decision by considering all the facts that are available to you. So, I'm just going to draw some cards from the Fairy Tarot. And I shall draw some cards from this Think and Grow Rich, which is also an oracle card. Oops. So the first card is great leaders. So you have to think about what makes a great leader. And, you have to have a vision. Great leaders always had visions about what they want to do. So this is important to have a plan in place and have a vision about what you want to do in order to become a great leader. And the second card is plan. So like I said, a great leader always has a plan in place. Make sure that you have plans in place before you do anything, and have a vision in place as well. And the last card is habit, which says both success and failures are largely due to habit. So break habits that are negative. If you've got negative thinking, you need to break that habit and you need to be positive and plan something and make sure that you do have a plan in place before you do anything. And this is what makes a great leader. So these are the the pathways that you need to follow in order for you to be successful. And you've got the 10 of Autumn over here, which is just it's like the 10 of Pentacles. So take the steps to ensure financial security of your children and loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement. So the 10 of Autumn is like the 10 of Pentacles, and end of an old, difficult work cycle, and maybe moving to something new. So maybe a new job prospect coming in for you, a new change, a new direction coming in, because after the 10 of Autumn comes the Ace of Pentacles, or the Ace of Autumn, which is a new beginning, a fresh start, something brand new coming in, a new cycle coming in. So you might be ending this old cycle, where you've been working really hard, and you're going to be starting something brand new. So maybe a promotion coming in with this 10 of Autumn. And the Chariot card is success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. So the Chariot card is the card ruled by Cancer, which is your sign. So you do need to take control, get your ducks in a row, as they say. Make sure that you're taking your leadership qualities very, very, very seriously. And you've got this kind of great leader coming in, so you can end up being a very great leader in your particular field, but you need to take control of that situation. The Chariot is also a card of success and achievement, and if you take control and take your power back and say what you mean and don't back down, then it looks like you're going to become very successful. And then you've got the Three of Spring, which is also a collaboration card, which speaks about plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There's more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So with the Three of Spring is the Three of rods. It's actually collaborating with people, and you've got the first card that came out was action. So with the Three of Springs, collaborating, and then you've got the action card. You need to take action. So stop procrastinating. You will be collaborating with a lot of people. You need to make sure that you plan. This card speaks about planning, and there are lots of good things that are going to be coming. So you'll be speaking to a lot of people, maybe on an international, overseas front, but you need to stop procrastinating, take action, make sure you are moving forward. And whatever comes your way, you'll be able to sort it out, and you will come out as a clear winner in this particular situation. So whatever this confrontation is that is coming up, it's probably just based on jealousy rather than anything else, and it's not a reflection of whatever you're doing as being bad. And just focus on your work, focus on studying, focus on yourself, because know that your idea is very, very good. Whatever you're doing is very, very good. You're shining at the moment, and there's going to be a lot of jealousy that comes out of that. So people are going to be very envious of you, and you are reaching some kind of turning point in your life, some kind of decision that you do need to make, and that will get rid of all this confusion that you've been going through. And any feelings of being overwhelmed, you'll be able to sort that out by making this big decision that you have to make. And most importantly, make sure that you are getting a rest. Get a holiday, take a little bit of a break. Even if it's a weekend break, it's something to get your mind off things. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.